Welcome to Royal Secrets. It all looked so perfect from the outside. Denmark's beloved royal couple, King Frederik X and Queen Mary, projected an image of unity, grace, and enduring affection. Their love story, often hailed as one of the most romantic tales in modern royalty, captured the hearts of not just Danes but admirers across the globe. Yet, behind the closed doors of Amalienborg Palace, whispers are growing louder. In recent weeks, concern has surged within the monarchy, stirring speculation and worry over what is really unfolding in the once unshakable marriage between the king and his Australian-born queen. The once dreamy fairy tale of a commoner meeting a prince during the Sydney Olympics has been retold with admiration for over 2 decades. But now, the fairy dust seems to be settling, revealing shadows that had long been hidden from public view. For the first time in years, Denmark's royal watchers are no longer just gazing at tiaras and state banquets. They're asking uncomfortable questions about trust, distance, and appearances. Queen Mary, usually poised and regal, has shown signs of strain in recent months. Though she still performs her duties flawlessly, those close to the palace have noticed subtle but meaningful changes: averted glances, the absence of affectionate gestures during public engagements, and a growing trend of solo appearances. These details, individually insignificant, start to form a troubling pattern when observed collectively. Adding fuel to the fire was the king's solo trip abroad earlier this year. While royal tours without spouses aren't unusual, what sparked interest was Queen Mary's conspicuous absence during events where she would typically be expected. The Danish media remained diplomatically silent at first, but royal observers online speculated about a rift, one too deep to ignore. Photos from recent engagements show Queen Mary smiling, but it's a smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes. Body language experts have picked apart these moments, suggesting signs of emotional distance. King Frederik, too, has appeared more withdrawn, with a stiffness in his posture during shared events that has not gone unnoticed. What's especially notable is how the palace has reacted, or failed to react. The royal house has maintained a stony silence, refusing to comment on the swirling rumors. In past years, minor controversies were often dispelled with quick statements or strategic photo ops that reassured the public. This time, however, the silence has been deafening. When the noise of speculation is met with such quiet, it only grows louder. Royal insiders suggest that the couple is going through a recalibration period, an effort to adjust to the pressures that come with Frederik's new role as king. His mother, Queen Margrethe II, only recently abdicated the throne, passing down not just a crown but an enormous burden of expectation and responsibility. Transitioning from crown prince to sovereign monarch is no small feat, and sources suggest that the strain may be taking a toll on their marriage. Queen Mary, known for her perfectionism and strong will, is reportedly struggling to balance her public persona with the private demands of her new life as consort. Those close to her say she has thrown herself into her work with even more intensity, using her schedule as a shield from personal turbulence. Meanwhile, Frederik is said to be navigating the complexities of royal leadership, family dynamics, and a potentially faltering relationship, all under the microscope of global scrutiny. Their children, too, are caught in the delicate balance of a royal family under pressure. Princess Isabella recently turned 18, marking a milestone that should have been joyous. Yet even her birthday celebrations had a formal, restrained tone that royal watchers couldn't ignore. Absent were the candid, affectionate moments that once defined the royal family's image. The children have continued their education and public duties, but questions linger about how much they understand, and how much they're being protected from. The public, fiercely protective of Queen Mary, has responded with a mix of sympathy and concern. Social media has erupted with messages of support, especially from Australians who continued to see her as their hometown hero. She deserves better, some commenters say, while others plead for privacy and respect. But the growing interest isn't just fueled by tabloid gossip. The Danish people have always taken deep pride in their monarchy, which they see as both symbolic and deeply personal. If the royal marriage falters, it risks shaking the emotional foundation of the nation itself. Behind the scenes, advisors are likely scrambling to find a narrative that reassures the public without revealing too much. Carefully staged family outings, flattering portraits, and joint engagements are tools often used to rebuild trust. Yet, even these efforts have become less frequent. Queen Mary has undertaken more solo missions lately, particularly those involving her charitable foundation. Her speeches remain passionate and articulate, but the vulnerability behind her words feels more pronounced than ever before. King Frederik, for his part, continues to fulfill his ceremonial obligations, but some critics have noted a certain weariness in his demeanor. It's the look of a man who may be grappling with more than just national duty. His recent interviews have been cautious and brief, offering little more than surface-level pleasantries. Even his birthday appearance this year was subdued, with Queen Mary noticeably absent for much of the day. This is not the first time royal marriages have faced such scrutiny. Europe's monarchies have endured their share of heartache and scandal, from the tumultuous split of Prince Charles and Princess Diana to the more recent issues plaguing Spain's King Felipe and Queen Letizia. But for Denmark, this feels different. The Danes saw in Mary and Frederik something unique, a partnership forged not just by tradition, but by genuine love and shared purpose. The thought of cracks forming in that ideal is, for many, deeply unsettling. Experts on royal protocol suggest that if the couple is indeed experiencing difficulties, there are limited options available. Divorce, while no longer unthinkable, remains a drastic and damaging move for a reigning monarch. Separation could be more quietly managed, but it would still represent a seismic shift in royal dynamics. More likely, palace aides are encouraging a period of low visibility and controlled media exposure, hoping the storm passes with time and careful management. For now, all eyes remain fixed on every appearance, every gesture, every photo. The scrutiny is relentless, and the stakes are high. What happens between King Frederik and Queen Mary will not only shape the future of Denmark's monarchy, it will redefine how modern royals are perceived in an age where nothing stays private for long. As the cameras continue to flash and the world watches with bated breath, one question remains in everyone's heart: will love endure, or will the fairy tale end not with a happily ever after, but with a quiet, royal goodbye? Subscribe, like, share, and comment to let us know your thoughts, and stay with us for more exclusive royal revelations.